Do you remember when Onyx first came to Koala Gardens? Quite often, in those first couple of months, Onyx was in either the next tree or a tree quite near to where Hope was. One time, they were even in the same tree, and that started lots and lots of speculations about Onyx and Hope, particularly on Patreon and in the Koala Gardens Discord. So we decided that if anything were to happen, we would be able to do some math, and guess what? We've reached the time now where we can go back and do that math. So in today's video, I'm going to unravel that math for you. Here's the very first time I saw Onyx. You see that? There's Onyx in the tree at the back, Hope in the tree at the front, very close to each other. And we know that it's not that common for koalas to be really close to each other unless there's something going on. Now, before we get into it, I'm so excited to give a huge shout out and woohoo, thank you to my latest patron. This Patreon family is just growing so fast. Jeff Anderson. If you become a patron, you get a personal shout out here on YouTube too, and all kinds of exclusive goodies that you can choose from for your perks. Thanks, Jeff. You really rock supporting me here. And I want to acknowledge the Widjabul Wyabul people of the Bundjalung Nation on whose land I live, work and play. Now, having said all of that, all of my video will always be free here on YouTube. I try to put out 2 videos a week of varying lengths and types of content. If you please make sure that you always smash that like button, subscribe, share, leave comments. That means the world to me too. Now let's get back to the fascinating tale and doing our calculations on Onyx. I thought that Onyx was a boy at first, and it was hilarious on this day when I got this view through to Onyx and noticed Onyx's pouch open. Now, honestly, I should have realised that that had a little Joey in it, but I missed it. By March, because I only see Onyx a handful of times each month, very often that's all I see, just a curled up koala. But it's been really interesting for me to find that there were actually signs that I should have seen, but that I missed. Am I losing my touch? I tell you, it's going to make me look at girls a lot more closely in the future, because when I started processing this bit of video, as I was looking at it closely to process it to show to you here, this is Onyx on the edge of the rainforest, and she's in one of the brush box trees. I suddenly saw something that I hadn't seen before. What I had seen before was this. Those leaves she's pulling towards her are not the brush box tree, but are a vine that's growing on it. But all of a sudden, I saw this. I'll just freeze the frame. Look at that little bulge hanging down just below her thigh. Oh, now, if I had seen that in early April, I would have realised that we definitely have a pouch bulge. Now, I'm going to go into slow motion because this is when it really struck me. Watch this. Slow, slow. Look at that pouch. It came up towards her belly as she was shifting position, and that was not her foot, which is what I had presumed before. Then in late April, that's when I did finally see the pouch bulge and got so excited. But because I hadn't seen anything until this time, I thought that she was probably only showing there maybe a 3 to 4 month old Joey. So that was late April. Now, again in late April, this was 3 days later. Again, I should have known that this was bigger than I was thinking. I started to think then, oh no, it's more like a 4 to 5 month old pouch bulge. You can see that the opening of the pouch is slightly open because of the pressure and weight of that Joey there in her pouch. No chance Joey's going to fall out, but we can see a little glimpse in. And then we get into May, and once again, I don't see her for a week or two, and then when I do see her, all I see is this gorgeous, broad butt, her curled up, not showing me anything. So it, made me not think too much about, how far along is she? Because I just didn't really get to see anything. Remember, I'm viewing these koalas way up high in the trees. But somehow my brain was saying that we still had at least a couple of months to go. Even when I got this little bit of video of her, we can't see an awful lot to judge exactly how big that bulge is, particularly when Onyx herself is so big. But then what happened was, just towards the end of May, look at the size of that pouch bulge. I started filming her eating there, and I'm thinking, oh wow, that pouch bulge is really, really, really looking big now. Just look at her. She's such a strong girl. And I'm looking at that pouch bulge and I'm going, like that Joey is huge. That Joey has to be a good 6 months old or so. And then this started to happen. Look at this. Now you have to look closely. I'll freeze the frame, draw a circle for you. There's Joey's hand. That Joey is out and in her lap. And just watch what that hand does. It starts reaching to grab some leaf to eat. This Joey is 6 to 7 months old. And that math means that Joey had already been born when Onyx came along. Now I'm going to show you more of this video again in a couple of weeks because I got quite a lot of video, but I'll give you a sneaky peek. Look at that. That Joey is not just coming out of the pouch, but trying to eat. So you've done it. You've made it to the end of another Koala Gardens video. There's more to come, but would you stop and write in the comments below, 6-month-old Joey? Thanks for watching. There's lots more amazing video coming your way soon. Another way that you can think about supporting what I do here is every time you're looking for a gift or even something for yourself, hop over to my Redbubble store and check out all of the different designs there. I guarantee there's something that you want and a design that will appeal to you. Makes all the difference in the world.